First, we will add 20 grams of whole psyllium husks, 450 grams of room temperature warm water. Then we'll whisk to prevent psyllium husk from clumping. Add 15 grams of sugar, 12 grams of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is optional. Then we'll add our dry ingredients to another bowl. 300 grams of brown rice flour, 1 packet of instant yeast, and 12 grams of salt. Whisk your dry ingredients and add psyllium gel, which is ready by now. Bring the dough together by hand or with an electric mixer or with a wooden spoon. Make sure everything is incorporated. The dough will look kind of like this. It will be a little bit sticky, but workable. Then we'll take our bread pan and line it with parchment paper. I prefer using non-stick parchment paper, and fix it in place with cloth pins. You can also grease your bread pan and bake straight in it without using paper. Then place the dough into the lined bread pan and smooth it out with a spatula. We'll proof our bread, let it rise at either room temperature or in the oven with the light on. If you're keeping it in the oven, you don't need to cover it, but if you keep it at room temperature in the kitchen counter, then cover it with a kitchen towel to prevent it from drying. Once the bread is done rising, we will place it into the cold oven and start preheating it together with the bread in it. About halfway through baking, you'll take your bread out of the bread pan and continue baking on the oven rack for another half an hour. After the bread is done, make sure it's completely cooled, and then you can slice it. If it's slightly wet, you can toast it or let the bread dry at room temperature. You can also freeze the bread for later if you're not going to eat it within the next couple of days. Enjoy!